Hey Cancer, this week the cosmos invites you to soften your armor without losing your strength. It's time to release emotional weight you were never meant to carry and reconnect with what truly nourishes your heart. Your energy isn't just emotion, it's intuition in motion. It's a force that senses truth before words are spoken, protects what matters most, and creates safety where others find chaos. Expect emotional revelations, moments of deep clarity, and situations that ask you to choose self-respect over self-sacrifice, not to test you, but to empower you. Move gently, feel deeply, choose intentionally. The universe is responding to your emotionally intelligent Cancer energy. Hi, and welcome to Deciphering the Zodiac. If your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus is in Cancer, this message is for you. Here, we explore the energies, guidance, and opportunities for the week so you can step fully into your intuitive, emotionally grounded, and self-honoring potential. Before we dive in, take a moment to like and subscribe so you don't miss your weekly personalized readings. Let's dive into the week's nurturing, intuitive, and emotionally empowering Cancer energy. Cancer Weekly Energetic Overview for February 15 to 21. Hey Cancer, this week invites you to balance emotional awareness with self-protection. With the Sun in Pisces, 0-7 degrees, your focus shifts from external pressures into emotional presence, intuition, and spiritual sensitivity. Your heart becomes your compass. Emotional truth guides decisions more than logic alone. Mercury in Pisces, 9-10 degrees, heightens intuitive communication and emotional intelligence. Conversations may feel layered, subtle, or deeply revealing. Trust what you sense beneath the surface, especially in emotional, relational, or spiritual discussions. Venus in Pisces, 9-10 degrees, deepens emotional sensitivity in relationships. Connections that honor empathy, emotional reciprocity, and spiritual resonance are favored. Avoid overgiving or compromising your boundaries for temporary harmony. Mars in Aquarius, 16-22 degrees, activates courage around boundaries, shared resources, and emotional autonomy. You may feel called to assert yourself where you've previously held back. Jupiter in Cancer, 21-22 degrees, continues to support personal growth, confidence, and emotional expansion. Honoring your needs creates more abundance, not less. Saturn in Aries, 1 degree, asks you to take decisive, disciplined action. Structure your emotional life with intention, assert your needs, and step into personal authority without apology. Neptune in Aries, 0 degrees, inspires intuition, imagination, and spiritual courage. Follow feelings over fear. Trust visions that come from the heart. Pluto in Aquarius, 0-1 degree, brings deep reflection around emotional power dynamics. Transformation happens when you release guilt and choose emotional honesty. Uranus in Taurus, 27-28 degrees, may trigger unexpected shifts in friendships, long-term goals, or emotional security. Flexibility transforms disruption into alignment with lasting stability. Lilith in Sagittarius, 6-7 degrees, empowers emotional truth-telling. You are done minimizing your feelings to keep others comfortable. Moon phases, emotional flow for Cancer. Capricorn Moon, early week. Ground emotions through structure and responsibility. Focus on boundaries, commitments, and stabilizing routines. Aquarius Moon, midweek. Encourages emotional detachment and perspective. Step back, observe patterns, and release emotional overwhelm. Pisces Moon, later midweek. Heightens empathy, intuition, and emotional sensitivity. Ideal for reflection, journaling, spiritual practices, or emotional release. Aries Moon, late week. Brings emotional courage and clarity. Assert needs, speak truth, and take decisive action where boundaries are required. Reflective questions. Where do I need stronger emotional boundaries? What emotions deserve attention rather than avoidance? How can I nurture myself without guilt this week? Now let's move into career. Cancer. Your professional energy this week blends emotional intelligence, intuition, and quiet authority. You naturally read the room, sensing undercurrents others overlook. This gives you an advantage, but only if you don't overextend emotionally. Mars in Aquarius encourages self-advocacy. Protect your time, energy, and emotional labor in professional settings. Mercury in Pisces supports intuitive decision-making. Trust gut instincts when navigating negotiations, leadership moments, or sensitive conversations. Pluto asks you to observe power structures carefully. Not every opportunity deserves emotional investment. Choose environments that value your insight rather than exploit your empathy. Uranus in Taurus may bring unexpected changes to long-term plans or collaborations. Flexibility and calm responses help turn disruption into strategic progress. Career advice. Lead with emotional intelligence, not emotional exhaustion. Set professional boundaries clearly. Focus on stability and sustainability over approval. Reflection question. Where can emotional wisdom become my professional strength rather than my burden? Now let's look into wealth. This week, Cancer, financial energy emphasizes emotional security, mindful planning, and long-term stability. You're more aware of how emotional states influence financial choices, spending to soothe, saving out of fear, or giving too much. Uranus may bring unexpected insights around money. Stay grounded and flexible rather than reactive. Jupiter in Cancer supports abundance when choices align with peace, safety, and self-trust. Mercury in Pisces encourages intuitive financial awareness, especially with shared resources or agreements. Practical tips. Avoid emotionally driven spending. Choose stability over impulse. Prioritize peace over pressure. Affirmation. I create financial security through emotionally aligned decisions. Now let's look into entrepreneurship. Cancer. Entrepreneurial ventures thrive when rooted in authenticity, emotional resonance, and trust building. Your ability to connect emotionally with an audience is a powerful asset, but sustainability comes from pacing yourself. Pluto and Mercury highlight storytelling, emotional branding, and transparency. Mars supports action, but only when emotionally aligned. Forced momentum leads to burnout. Uranus encourages experimentation. Small intuitive pivots now can create lasting impact. Entrepreneurial reminder. Build slowly and sustainably. Protect your emotional energy. Let intuition guide strategy. Affirmation. I build success through authenticity, intuition, and emotional integrity. Now let's look into love and relationships. Cancer. Love is tender, revealing, and deeply transformative this week. With Venus and Mars in Pisces, Lilith in Sagittarius, and the Sun in Pisces, you're asked to balance emotional closeness with independence and honesty. Moon phases and love. Capricorn Moon. Reliability and emotional grounding. Aquarius Moon. Clarity and emotional perspective. Pisces Moon. Vulnerability and bonding. Aries Moon. Assertiveness and emotional truth. For partnered Cancer. This week calls for balancing nurturing with self-respect. Address emotional patterns, unspoken needs, or uneven emotional labor. Conversations about boundaries, future vision, or emotional safety can strengthen intimacy when approached calmly and honestly. Midweek supports emotional clarity. Late week supports assertive communication. Love should feel safe, not draining. For single Cancer. You're magnetizing emotionally available connections, but only if you honor your standards. Walk away from inconsistency. Choose depth over emotional intensity. Trust when your intuition says, this feels safe. This week supports connections that feel emotionally reciprocal and grounded. Reflection questions. Do my relationships feel emotionally safe? Am I honoring my needs? Where do I need to speak my truth? Affirmation. I choose relationships that honor my emotional truth. Health and wellness. Your body is closely tied to emotional states this week. Mars in Aquarius supports gentle, intentional movement. Mercury and Neptune in Pisces favor rest, hydration, emotional processing, and mindfulness. Avoid pushing through exhaustion. Emotional rest is just as important as physical rest. Reflection questions. What does my body need emotionally? How can I create consistency in self-care? Affirmation. I honor my body by listening to its emotional wisdom. Personal growth and mindset. This week emphasizes emotional maturity, boundaries, and self-trust. Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Pisces. Structure compassion. Mercury in Pisces. Intuitive clarity. Pluto in Aquarius. Emotional transformation. Uranus in Taurus. Evolving security. Reflection questions. What emotional patterns am I ready to release? How can I nurture myself more consistently? Where am I stepping into emotional authority? Affirmation. I trust my intuition and honor my emotional truth. Emotional and mindset practices. Mindset integration. I embrace emotional clarity, intuition, and self-respect this week. Embodied action. Set one boundary that protects your energy. Energetic practice. Place one hand on your heart, one on your stomach. Breathe deeply 3 times, grounding into safety and emotional strength. Affirmations. I honor my emotions without guilt. I choose peace over emotional overload. I trust myself. I move through this week with emotional clarity and strength. Closing. Cancer. This week is about honoring your heart, protecting your energy, and trusting your emotional wisdom. You don't need to harden to be strong. Your sensitivity is your power. Which energies resonated most with you this week? Share in the comments. Your voice matters here. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you continue receiving your weekly personalized readings. Stay connected, stay intuitive, and I'll see you next week.